All right. Hey, my name's Erica. I've been going to shows since I was 15. This is just one of my interests, like music. That's local to me. Even if you were drunk, even if your mom beat you, even if you didn't want to talk to anybody, anybody could go. Roman Kaufman of the legendary New Jersey band The Bouncing Souls said that in regards to the New Jersey DIY alternative scene. That, I can attest to that. Basically, a DIY show is you can do anything, and literally no one cares. Yeah, it's a very open scene. That's what attracted it to me. That's what attracted me to going to more DIY shows. I definitely don't go to enough, but I like the camaraderie, and also it's just nice. It's cool amongst the girls. Like, there's a lot of camaraderie there. Like, there's not a lot of haters. It's good. It's a good scene. Girls that like hardcore in Jersey, a lot of them are just so fucking cool. Like, I need like something to hold. Yeah, but I've gone to shows alone. I've had girls come up to me and just be like, oh, like, come sit with us, come hang out with us, come chill with us. So yeah, I just had a lot of luck with that. I'm going to be using the word "the scene" as a short form for the New Jersey DIY alternative scene. So that's happening. I'm acting like I'm in 7th grade right now, a little bit. I feel so awkward. The scene, as I was saying, consists of artists of all trades, from musicians to fashion designers to graphic designers to photographers to models. It also consists of people like me who are fans and consumers of the media, and also technically I'm kind of like, I consider myself like an archivist, an anthropologist, if you will. Yeah, so at a DIY show there's usually like no stage, and the performers are at ground level, just a few feet away from you performing. So this gives you like a very you feel like you're on the same level as them. And that, because when you're at a show and there's like a big stage, like that in itself is like the message, like they're kind of like above you. And obviously that's not like true. They're not like, they're literally just people. But I guess at a DIY show, they just feel more like people. Because when you're at a show, or like if you've ever been to a stadium show, seeing like Katy Perry like this big from like, you know, hundreds of feet away is like not a super personal experience. It's fun to be in the same room as her, and like it's still personal to an extent, obviously, but it's much different than going to like a very small DIY show where you can make eye contact, and also you're going to be able to like interact with the band afterwards. You're going to be able to have a conversation. Maybe you could talk to them about their music. House shows I've been to, it's kind of like a party. So there's just people, like, there's music, there's just people walking around chatting. Everyone's like super nice. Honestly, like a lot of people too are trying to like network, which I get, but like I'm done. Like, I don't want to know. If that's what you're trying to do, I get it. I was just like 19 in college. Ooh, my stomach hurts. I take Lexapro, and I was on 5 milligrams, and now I'm taking 7.5, and like, damn, my stomach. I want to talk a little bit about COVID and like the scene and kind of what happened with it in New Jersey. Due to the nature of COVID, mass gatherings were not allowed. So during COVID, a lot of restaurants and bars were packed. Like, people were still going out during COVID, and with no masks and spreading it, all of that. And the music venues could not open. So like the artists, or literally anyone working in the music in the live music industry, like, you just could not get work. Like, everything was literally on freeze. So it just blew my mind that, like, I mean, it's not that surprising to me that, like, the artist it's like the suffering artists. Like, obviously artists are getting punished during the pandemic, and not like, you know, people that want to run around without a mask. I don't even want to, like, if you know, you know, triple vaccinated, like, let's go. Get vaccinated. Get vaccinated. If you have not gotten vaccinated, you should. I love medicine. I want to talk a little bit about the scene itself. So no matter the art style, genre, or medium, there's a place for everyone at, like, in the Jersey DIY scene. Legendary bands that have come up through the trenches of the scene are the Bouncing Souls, the Front Bottoms, Saves the Day. And despite how iconic these bands turned out to be, they all started out in basements and the homes of willing hosts who would throw these parties, basically, these shows, put on these shows. So the community that the scene provides is a reason that these bands get enough support to grow and become the superstars that they are today. So the Front Bottoms, you know, everyone likes the Front Bottoms, and it's just so cool to me. Also, this is really random, and this has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but the Jonas Brothers are from New Jersey, from North Jersey. As Finn McKenty of the Punk Rock MBA always says, the gatekeepers and tastemakers are always trying to withhold some of the magic that the scene provides. But people like Tim Post, a friend of mine, say, quote, the more people, the better, which is also my opinion. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the current state of the scene. I know a lot of people were focusing on their art, but it's hard to, you know, get back to the music or the whatever you're doing when, and the true art of it, when there's no, like, motivation to share it with your friends and the community at large and put it out there more than just in an EP, like putting it out live. Because again, I just think, like, you could hear a song and, you know, think nothing of it, but you could see a live video of it and that could really sway you to like a band or an artist. And live music just does something that a recording or Spotify is not. What is it? That you know, a release track, like a clean release track, isn't gonna do. It's August of 2022, and we're getting back into the swing of it, and it's insane. Like, I forgot, like, just being on social media, there's so many shows going on. The way that music has been profited off of has evolved from digital sales to a lot of bands relying on merch and ticket sales. Usually to see the Front Bottoms, it's like $50, which it used to be like $30 when I was in high school. And now it's like, then it was like $50 in college, and now it's like, you know, 50 to whatever, you know, whatever, you know, $50. I'm not paying, you know, that's not expensive for a concert ticket, relatively speaking. When you're comparing it to like stadium shows and bigger shows, that's such a dream though, to have as an artist, to be able to charge, you know, for coming up the way the Front Bottoms did. This is like just an assumption, but coming up the way the Front Bottoms did, you know, you're playing for free at first, and then you're paying for like, you know, $5 a head at a house party, you know what I mean? And you're not even making, you know, whatever. So yeah, it's just cool. But it was just really fucking jarring. I went to one of their drive-in shows and it was $150. And like, it's just a Front Bottom show and I can't even get out of my car. So it was just like, I get it. It's a different kind of venue, different kinds of expenses. But that was just, you know, that was the end of summer of 2021. Yeah, this price jump, you know, also I could accredit the price jump. I don't know much about this, but like, the bands aren't making the money they used to. So with, you know, larger artists can like put up their prices a little bit. You know, that was probably a sold out Front Bottom show. So, which they're always going to sell out Jersey. So, while that's good for a band like the Front Bottoms, and like, no shade to them, I do what you got to do. So, I mean, not that anyone, in my opinion, you don't join a band like to make money, but, you know, that's the goal, right? That's it. Cut. I'm gonna dissolve.